what's up people, my name is Mamba and today I'm going to be talking about three things: off angles, how angles work, and how to position yourself better. Now I'm going to start off with off angles, and let me tell you what off angles are. So usually you know when you're playing a position, if you are for example playing arch, you hold an angle which is this, you would probably hold an angle which is this, you would hold moto, or you would hold library, and these are all normal angles. These are all pre-fireable angles. You can check pre-fire, and these are pretty conventional angles. But the thing with off angles are that you wouldn't really expect that player to play that angle in a situation, in any given situation. So for example, if I'm holding arch and I know for a fact they're not going to be flashing in, they're not going to be executing, and they might just walk in and dry peek arch, right? In that situation, instead of holding it this way or any other way that I should, I'd probably want to play over here, get the first pick. If there's someone else, probably trade him out as well, because imagine the guy who's peeking arch, right, is going to check this, he's going to check that, and he's going to swing for this. You don't see anyone peeking this, and this, because it doesn't make sense. You usually don't see players playing an angle like that. And I'll actually show you guys an example of this as well, which I actually applied in one of my Face It games. Alright, so in this situation, 10-2, 107, I knew they're not doing anything fancy. They didn't have the utility. I had no information. I just knew there's probably one guy towards mid. So the situation right now, of course, one of the guys watching apps, one watching motocross from, watching lane cross, and I was watching arch. I asked him actually not to watch arch so that he can help the A bomb side. Now I was playing this angle, and three people walked in one by one. I ended up playing two off angles, and the mistake I was talking about is the third kill when I get is when I was in the middle of nowhere. I shouldn't really be doing that, and that's something I've only noticed today. So here's the off angle in action. I get the first kill, I move back, take a lot of time, I'm playing the second off angle, and one more guy peeks in. He has no idea where I am. He was expecting me over there. So this is when I get the third kill. I make a mistake. I was in the middle of nowhere, but then again, the guys in the opposite team were not that good, I'd admit that. But this is still level 6, level 7 Face It lobby. So they're decent, they're not that great, but this is what off angles are. This pretty much sums it up. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about how to position yourself better. And what do I mean by that? So a lot of times you end up positioning yourself in a way where, either it's expected or it's a fair fight. So for example, if you're playing banana, you want to hold off banana late round, or if you're a T, you planted the bomb down a B, you're holding off banana, you probably hold it like this, you'd hold it like this, or maybe, just maybe if you're trying to be creative, you could hold it like this. But the problem with all these angles is that one, it's pre-fireable, of course, and there's no element of surprise, and your chances of taking damage are really high. Of course, so here's a golden rule. Here's a neat trick to use when you're trying to position yourself better, but you're not sure if this is a good position or not. Ask yourself this question: what are the chances of me taking damage over here? You want to position yourself in a way where your chances of taking damage from the enemy player are absolutely zero. So for example, if you're holding B as a terrorist when you have the bomb down on the B bomb side and you have an op to work with, instead of playing a conventional angle like this, or just playing it the half and hold it off like that, get on top of this plank, hold it like this. Now, what are the chances you're going to get pre-fired over here? What are the chances that the enemy is going to be able to hit you? Practically none, because if he peeks in, if he walks in, you're holding with an op, it's a one-shot click, he's going to walk into your crosshair, click, and you're done. So I think that's the most important trick or tip I can give you guys. Whenever you're trying to play an angle which is not really an angle, or a conventional angle, which is not a conventional angle, ask yourself this question: that hey, what are the chances of me taking damage over here from the enemy player? Try and use the absolute minimum value. So you play an angle where your chances of taking damage are practically none, which is going to help yourself position better, get more kills, and play more consistently. And the last thing, of course, is talking about how angles work, which I'm going to do in a bit. The last and the most important thing is to tell you guys how angles work in CSGO. Now, I can't really give an in-game example of this because I tried placing bots, but it wasn't really working for me. But I'll try and give you guys the gist of it. So imagine you're trying to peek arch, right? Or I'll just give you guys a very vague example. Right now, I can't really see the arch guy, right? Even if I'm standing like this, I can't see the arch guy, but I'm hugging the wall. So half of my body is actually still exposed. My body is exposed probably up until this point. So the guy who's playing arch is going to see me before I can even see him. So he's gonna be able to spot me even before I can see him. And I think, you know, the real life example I can give you guys right now, and it's pretty stupid, but I think this is the best example. Imagine this. Okay, I'll just you know, make it a bigger camera. So the real life example for this is the wall between the two of us. I'm trying to peek you. This is where the wall is, and this is my face is a player model. So if I'm hugging the wall, I'd probably not be able to see you guys right now, but you guys can still see me because I'm way too close to the wall. And the reason why you guys can see me is, you know, angles work the same way in Counter-Strike as they work in real life, because the vision comes from the center. It doesn't come from the left or the right in unlike some third-person games. So if you're playing PUBG, you know, if you're playing TPP, you can just hug a wall and you can see around the corner. It doesn't work that way. The vision in Counter-Strike comes from the absolute center of the model. And the way it works for the other guy, imagine this: if I just put my camera, my hand halfway here, you guys can't see me, but I can still see the camera. So that is how angles work in Counter-Strike. So you gotta make sure every time you're trying to peek an angle, you want to be as further away from the wall as possible. Hold on, yeah, sorry, this is so you gotta make sure that whenever you peek an angle, right, you want to be as far away from the angle that you're peeking as possible. Instead of peeking like this, try and stay away from the wall and try and peek the angle, because that is what helps you. If you try and hug the wall, imagine even if you're peeking baller, right? If you're hugging it like this, the guy from mid is going to be able to see you before you know, even before you see him. So a lot of times what happens at lower levels or lower level lobbies when I play with my friends is that my friends complain that, hey, that guy killed me even before I could see him. The reason why he could kill you is because you are exposing yourself. You're playing an angle where you're exposing yourself even before you could see him. So try and stay away from the wall. Don't hug the wall. Always stay away. And you're in this situation, right? If you're holding boiler like this, when he peeks boiler, you're gonna be able to see him before he sees you, because he is so close to the angle he's peeking. He doesn't have an option. So you would be able to see him right here. Okay, this is the part which gets visible. So if you're holding boiler like this, you see him before he's ever going to be able to see you. So that is how angles work, and that's pretty much it. Off angles, how to position yourself better, and of course how angles work in Counter-Strike. I know it's been a long video. I've been recording these videos in a stretch. I'm gonna try and condense these videos down in the near future. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, and that's the reason why, you know, I end up recording all these videos in a stretch. But again, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well, because that's going to help me a lot. And make sure you guys keep on tuning in for the streams, because I've decided to give Counter-Strike a lot more time than I've been able to do in the past because of my casting duties as well. And a lot of you guys have been asking me if I don't cast anymore. That's not true. I still cast, but nonetheless, more about that later. But thank you so much guys for watching, and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and leave a like down below. I'll see you guys the next time.